And we're live.
Okay. Hello, I'm Kassen. I'm the programmer behind the Ginkgo Synthese Seeds2 module. And I just gave a Seeds2 module to my friend Erik.
Thank you.
And now I am going to explain to Erik what his new toy does and how he integrates it with the last toy he got. The barb is Erik's first Eurorack compatible synthesizer. So now you can start getting into Eurorack. Right? First hit is free.
Oh damn.
Okay. So first of all, we need a output and to
Wait. I need to switch because
yes.
I have a task.
Okay, we want to listen to what we're doing.
Yes.
So we plug in here we go. Okay. Now you immediately hear sound, and this is because when there is nothing plugged into the gate input, then the Seeds2 will act like an oscillator. Just like any regular oscillator, and you can modulate it. You can use it this way, and how do you say this? You can use your own external envelopes for volume, your own filter, as you wish.
Okay.
Let's start using it as a synth voice, which is the main purpose of the Seeds2. So we take the gate and we connect it to the keyboard gates of the barb. And now, every time we hit a note on the keyboard, we get a sound. Of course, we want this to be pitched as well, so you can start playing melodies. So we take the keyboard CV and we go into the pitch input of the Seeds2.
Yes.
And suddenly you have a playable synthesizer. It's pretty much like a complete synthesizer in the pretty tiny box. Okay. This has the basic controls. You have the attack, you have decay, which sets how long your note needs to die out. Quite staccato. Okay. Yeah. And you have a built-in filter. Let's have a bit more drama. The filter is how it behaves has improved quite a bit since the Seeds1.
Okay.
And of course you're curious about the big knob. The big knob, it does something different for each sound. And for this, the first sound, which I numbered 0 because I'm a programmer, the first sound is the original grains sound from the original grains module. And it is pretty much the sound you want to use for your acid house tracks.
Okay. Oh, nice knobs actually.
Yes. Look nice and shiny.
Also, but they're sturdy. That's nice.
Yes. Yes, they're quite solid.
Nice.
Oh,
cool.
Also new about the Seeds2 is that the way the modulation for this big mod parameter works. So here is your LFO. Let's plug in your LFO into the mod.
No, sorry, that was...
Yeah. Okay. Now you can set this knob to set the base value, and then the amount of modulation you get from your mod input you can set with this independently.
Oh, okay. Right.
So this is your LFO from your old synth? Yes.
Okay, this is the amount.
Exactly,
okay.
Yes.
I get this. I get this.
And you can now do the same things with, well, let's just try it. Let's modulate the filter because that is also a nice new feature. So what I really like about this is that the old the old Seeds, the filter setting, it was hidden behind a shift function.
Okay.
And it's too much fun for that. So that is one of the nice new things of the new hardware.
Okay.
Last thing, how can I dim it? Do we have working pitch wheel? Let's take this out. Let's this. Yeah. Do you hear this stepping?
Yeah, yeah.
We have the quantize knob, which sets the tuning.
Oh, okay.
And which limits it to the discrete semitones instead of continuous. That also used to be beneath the shift function of the grains one. That's its own separate button with its own separate LED now.
So the new Seed has more input and it has more control. That's
Yes. Yes.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
And more sounds as well.
And more sounds.
Because there are lots of different sounds. Actually, because like I said, I'm a programmer. We count the sounds from 0 to F, which will be immediately clear to everyone. Now we have 16 different sounds.
Of course, yes.
Yes. So we'll just listen to this grain sound. You select a new sound by turning the little knob here, and the display changes, and you take the select knob.
Okay, so I can, while you're playing, I can change the number, but it doesn't change until
you hit it. Yes. So you don't switch it accidentally.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to. Yes, this is one. Okay. So this is it starts as a triangle wave, and then it applies a variable amount of wave wrapping. Wave wrapping, it is a very classical West Coast synthesis style effect. It's a little bit like clipping, but with clipping, the waveform goes to the extremes of what is possible within the within your system.
I think in your mind you're looking at the oscillator now.
Yes,
aren't you?
oscilloscope. Yes.
Yes.
And with wave wrapping, it wraps. So instead of going louder, 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 and then stop, right? You know this because you play the electric guitar. Wave wrapper goes louder, louder, louder. Then it adds the limit, and it's
right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So this adds quite a bit of harmonics. And it's also really fun with, of course, with
So, yeah, as soon as it starts, so you push it into the moment that it starts clipping, and when it does, it will
folds back.
So it will. You'll get these transients. These.
I wouldn't say transients.
All right, maybe I missed.
You get additional harmonics. Okay, I think there's a civil war going on with the cats.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's.
So that is a fun sound.
But
yes.
They are not recorded.
The cats are not recorded.
No,
Okay, good.
So, no.
Trust there are cats.
There are cats here.
Yes, especially the one called Fluff is really cute. Okay, so the next one is what I call a PWM-saw. This is a saw. Yes.
So these sounds are.
Maybe switch to us if we're just talking and not playing.
Right.
Yes.
There we go.
Okay.
So the different sounds have like a different base, like they have either a triangle or a sine or and the biggest difference is in what the mod does.
Yes, that's right. So actually, all of these numbers, the sounds, they pretty much select a different oscillator algorithm, and everything else, like your volume and your filter envelope and so on, it all stays the same and it works the same way. It's just the oscillator or even oscillators that are different.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And this one, the number 2, it is what I call a PWM-saw, and that is it's a kind of saw wave with pulse width modulation that was used in the synthesizers.
Okay.
So if you remember this Dominator track with the wow lead line, that is this type of oscillator. And
can you repeat that? Can I hear that sound? Can you?
Oh, not with the
yeah. Okay. The quantize. That was the quantize.
And but also the Can I? The uses three of those oscillators at the same time,
right.
and we only use one.
So
yes.
So we need to buy 3 seeds. That's what
yes, you definitely need to do this. Yes, definitely. This sound, it has its own LFO built in, and with the knob you set the speed of the LFO.
That's really different from this LFO.
Yes.
It's the same speed. No, it's not the same speed. Okay.
But you can actually.
Wait. Let me
do now.
Here. No. Yeah, because that'll be interesting.
Now you have an LFO modulating an LFO.
Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Yeah. Go ahead. Nice, I like this. Oh, this is so much fun. Why is this so much fun?
Because it's kind of like Lego.
Yeah,
I think.
Isn't it?
Okay, next.
Yeah.
I have to use my cheats notes. Next is the FM.
Okay.
It is a quite
number
classical.
3. We're on 3.
Yes,
okay.
yes, quite classical, typical FM. I would say bass sound.
Okay. So what's the bass? So what's the oscillator here?
It is FM synthesis, like with Yamaha synthesizers.
Oh right, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So then this is a quite simple implementation.
Operator.
But yes, one operator. But one operator is enough.
Right. And what does the mod do?
Modulation depth.
Okay. Oh, we get some decay here. Okay, yeah. Cool.
Yes?
I think I get this. Yeah.
Okay. Then it is a saw wave with a heart sync feature.
Number 4.
Yes.
Saw wave.
Saw wave with heart sync. I think.
Okay. This is the kind of sound I get from my Nord lead. A little.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the same thing.
Cool.
It's quite classical keyboard lead sound, right?
Yeah, it is. Nice. Okay, got that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
number 5 is another
It's very
quite
playable, the 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
This too. This is the square wave with pulse width modulation. Very classical sort of keyboard lead.
Oh.
And again, you have the LFO on your mod.
That was nice. There's a bit of bass in there. It's
yes.
Nice. It's Moog-like.
Moog-like? I think all of the Moog synthesizers had pulse width modulation. Yeah. But you're not lead as well.
Yeah.
I bet. Yeah. Probably.
But it's, how would you describe this sound?
I would just call it pulse width modulation.
Okay.
It's not really exciting. Okay, now we get something that is a little different.
We're getting into the good stuff.
Maybe I think it's all good. This is one of the techniques I really like myself. This is a noise sound, but I take of course there's no real noise in the digital domain. And what I do is I take one of these random number generators and I keep resetting it.
Well, and what does that mean for sound?
If I reset the random number generator, it will start generating the same train of random numbers again, because there's nothing really random in the digital system. You just fake it. And here we sort of expose how the faking works. And we modulate how often we reset it. So we get a tuned sort of randomness.
I don't understand what I'm hearing, I think. Okay, this sounds like noise to me.
Yes.
This is full noise.
But you can hear the pattern, it repeats, right?
Yeah, there's like a wave in there.
Yes.
Yeah. But how does pitch work with noise? How can you pitch noise? When you do this?
Well,
how is it pitched?
Because we periodically reset it. So the pitch you hear is the repeating waveform. So the higher the keyboard pitch, the more often we reset our noise generator. And so then you perceive pitch.
Right, okay, that's it. It's just perception. It's just you repeat the same pattern.
Yeah.
If it's 1 kilohertz tone 1,000 times second.
Yes.
That's it. Okay.
Yes,
I get that.
That's it.
I get that.
Yes, it's quite straightforward.
Yeah.
And it is, I don't know, I like the tension between the random number generator, which is supposed to...
What was the mod? What does the mod do? It just stretches it out, like you get a longer sample.
No, it makes the repeat. What do you call it? It doubles the length of time over which we takes until the thing resets again.
Right. So it's also quantized, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and quantized to harmonic intervals.
I like the moment it sort of switches from one into the other. It gets
There's something a little bit vocal about it, right?
It is.
Yes.
It is. Yeah. Very nice. How does it? Oh, that's your LFO, isn't it?
That's your LFO.
Yeah. Oh, now you hear it. Look. Okay, you've programmed it. You know exactly what.
What?
Can you give me a note? Any?
Yeah.
Because in the LFO you hear it loop longer.
Yes.
Longer and longer and longer.
Yes.
And it goes into this. Yeah, okay, that's fun. Okay, fun.
And quite different from the other ones we heard so far, right?
Very, yeah.
Okay.
How long is this video gonna be?
I do not know.
More whiskey?
Yes. Oh, I mixed it up. The one that I just said was the square wave with the PWM. It was the what do you call it? The phase distortion. We're not going to start over. Here is the square wave with the PWM.
So you were lying before?
I was lying. No, not lying. I was
So what was
mixing
it?
stuff up.
Which one? That was 5 that you thought it was.
No, 5 was the phase distortion. Yes, 5 was the phase distortion. Yes. Now it's the square wave.
Okay. So okay.
Okay, good. But everyone knows square. Let's go to 8. 8 is nice for science fiction sounds.
Let me click this bump.
Okay.
And then it's okay. Yeah.
Right, there's a science fiction soundtrack.
What am I hearing?
You're hearing the ring modulation. So it's 2 sine waves, and one is multiplied by the other. So that's ring modulation, and they're also hard synced together.
Okay. And the mod does what? Oh.
It detunes. It detunes the one. One of them is always set to the pitch that it should be, right?
So now these signs are aligned, or what do I mean?
Yes, right. If you have it all the way to the left, your output is almost a sine wave.
Yeah, but it's look. I hear some. It's how would you call this? Like breathing. It's almost like breathing.
Yes.
A little bit.
Yes, like a little bit.
And then it steps into. It steps into. Oh no, it's nice.
And it will.
Ooh, that's nice.
That's quite typical science fiction sound, right?
It is, but you can play with it in a way that I've not heard before. Yeah, okay.
Right,
now
there's
you
your
get
R2D2. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, isn't that fun? I think it's fun.
Of course, everybody knows that the ARP 2600 was the R2D2.
Everyone knows this.
Everyone knows that? Yeah, of course.
I didn't know that actually.
You didn't know that?
No.
That's the original, not the Behringer. Oh, it's stepping.
Is it stepping? Yeah. It is.
That's nice. I like soundscapes, and
right.
this sounds like it's very good for making soundscapes. Or maybe it doesn't. For me, this is sort of already interesting. Okay.
Cool. Number 9, which is it's quite similar to the preset one. Do you remember the wave wrapping that we had there? This is a sine wave with wave wrapping instead of a triangle wave with wave wrapping like we had there.
Okay.
And which makes it quite different. What's going on?
Okay.
Oh yes, it's the modulator.
Sorry. Yeah. I like playing with that
Yes,
one.
here is the. So it starts out as a sine wave, and then it's very quickly.
Okay. Yeah. So this is like a sine. So it starts being a sine wave, and when it starts clipping, you get the invert.
Yes,
like
right, exactly like that. Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Cool. And the mod will make it clip more.
Yes, we'll make it rap more.
Rap more. Right.
Little bit. Yes. We gotta quit before we actually accidentally start making dubstep. That would be horrible. Don't make dubstep. Don't do that. Okay. Then we have a bit of a strange one.
Ooh.
Because I programmed this and I thought, yeah, I don't know. I don't.
This is the A.
I don't think I need this. But then it turned out that Jan Willem really likes this kind of thing. It is a very simple FM flute. and your mod wheel, your mod function, it says how much of the breathing sort of noise at the beginning is used. It's very simple. It's just FM with feedback. Mm-hmm. And Jan Willem really likes to use this kind of sound with reverb for certain kinds of tracks. So I said, okay, if you like it that much, I will keep it in. Yes, because it's after all, it's his company.
Is this reverb on? No, it's not, is it? No, it's not.
No? Okay.
I don't think. Oh no, you're going straight. Here, let me correct that. Oh, this is only. Okay, this is just reverb, isn't it? How does that work? Oh,
I don't know. It's your synthesizer.
I've not played with it too much. Let's. There you go.
Ah, yes. This needs more decay.
I get that. Very ethereal.
Yes,
yeah.
That's a bit. Yeah. Yeah. So okay. Yeah. Shall I put this?
Okay.
Shall I put the white cable back so people hear the dry seed sound and they don't become very disappointed? Like, oh, I heard it and then there was a reverb on.
Okay.
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 Another one that is a bit special. This one was I'm
messing up this the switching a little bit. But
this next one is an organ sound.
Organ?
And, yes, and it was donated.
That's why you put it on B, didn't you?
Not intentionally. It ended up on B because the C sound absolutely needs to be on C. That's
all right.
Actually.
Okay.
This was donated. It was a user of the Seeds2. He is also a programmer, and he really wanted to have this organ sound. Mm-hmm. So he put it into the code because the code is open source, and he uploaded his version with the new sound to GitHub. I thought, hey, this sounds quite nice. I will adopt this.
Cool.
So now we have an organ
sound. User driven.
Yes, I improved it a little bit. I put a little bit of anti-aliasing in there.
Okay.
And now the mod knob, it selects the chord.
Chord was also already programmed by the user.
Yes.
Okay. That's nice.
I think it is four or five square waves in a chord. So this is a nice sound for your dub-like tracks, right? As the short chord steps. What do you call it? Melodica kind of sound? Yeah. So that is... I don't think this one reacts very well to the LFO modulation, because normally you wouldn't start changing chords.
You'd put this through a rotary or something.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Okay, another one that is completely different from what you heard before is...
that's not different. Okay.
So this needed to be...
almost sounds like I'm hearing some kind of reverb here as well.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. So this needed to be on C because everyone thinks like, oh, it's Commodore 64.
Yeah. That is true. This is pitch?
No, it's the speed of the arpeggio.
That's fun.
So you can set this really, really silly fast. Yeah. And then you get the typical video game sound. This one needs to be open to hear the effect of your LFO.
You get this is almost like swing.
Yes, right, because you're modulating the tempo with the LFO, so it's kind of swing-like.
Nice. I like it. This is fun toys, fun toys.
That's like the really early Final Fantasy games.
Yeah.
Okay, next one is quite crazy, I think. It is a new thing that I came up with, and I call it Swarm, because of course everything needs to have a name in the digital system, right? Otherwise you cannot call a function that doesn't have a name. At least not in C.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
So people actually take the code of this and start playing it with it themselves and create...
Not that many that I'm aware of, which is a little bit strange.
But there could be someone creating a G on here and create his own sound.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
That is pretty cool.
Yes. Also, because
it happened at least once.
Yes, that is true, and apparently, clearly, the code is not such a maze that it becomes impossible for anyone to read. No, there are quite a bit of comments there, so you can, I don't know, also learn about synthesis.
Okay, so but that's for the advanced user, I would think.
Yeah. Probably,
what does an advanced user need to start doing that? Or is this?
The Arduino IDE and a USB to micro USB cable. No, that's not true. Mini USB.
Oh yeah, and that's
USB
all.
to mini.
That's all inside.
Yes,
here,
that's all
right?
inside.
I get the shiny box. So
yes.
I'll keep it like that.
Unless there's like some sort of last-minute bug and it needs to be updated.
That never happens.
Of course not. I never have bugs. Never.
Okay, where are we? D.
Yes, D, because D is a weird thing I concocted. It starts at a lower end of the mod knob. It starts as a saw, just a straight boring saw. But it is...
Does the mod wheel do anything?
No, because we didn't connect it yet. We could probably connect it from here somewhere.
Could we?
Yes.
Could we connect it?
But we can also just use this.
Yeah.
So, but what you cannot hear, it is actually 4 saw waves, either at all of them at a quarter of the volume of the total sound. And as we turn this to the left,
they start shifting.
Yes. And we continue detuning them, and so we slowly go from this perfect saw wave until quite chaotic yet kind of tuned.
Let's slowly turn this little knob and see what happens. Ooh, you can already hear it. It wants to.
And now you can hear why I call it a swarm, right?
Yeah, because
it sounds a little bit like a swarm of bees.
Yeah. So these are. Does it go back into something more? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's slow this down and modulate it. Ooh, yeah. That's nice.
I haven't heard this on a big PA yet, but I suspect this would be quite massive on a big PA.
Yeah.
Yes.
How did you call it?
Swarm.
Swarm.
Right, because it's like the swarm of bees.
Lovely.
Okay. Then the last two, they are both wavetable sounds.
Is it already the last two?
The last two, they're both wavetable sounds, and I personally don't really like wavetables. I think here we go. The wavetables are, I don't know. I like writing synthesis, but with this collection of techniques, you kind of also need to include wavetables. I think it kind of belongs in the series of ways of making oscillators. So for both of the wavetable sounds, they
and a wavetable is really like instead of a sine,
it's like a very short sample that we play repeatedly.
Like a micro sample.
Yes, right.
Almost like your
Like the noise thing that we just talked about,
yeah.
that you get the pitch because you keep repeating the same thing,
yeah.
right? Pitch comes from repetition. So both of these, they have 5 wavetables, and we crossfade between them. This one is, to me, it sounds a little bit like it's kind of reverby or something, and it's also what I like about this. It would be hard to write this as a synthesis thing.
So now with the modular, it goes from like through the 5.
Yes, right, and back again. So right now with the big knob, you're selecting the center of this range of.
So I think if it's like in the middle, it will go through them.
Yes.
All.
Yes. And so if you keep your attenuator lower, then you limit yourself to a smaller range. So the other one, it is exactly the same in how it works, but the wavetables are a little bit more rough. So it's a little bit more rough. See? There we go.
I like this better. Nice.
I can imagine, yeah. It's a little bit more ballsy, a little bit more upfront. But this is also not. It's cool, but you wouldn't want it everywhere all the time. You want nothing everywhere all the time, but it's.
I like to hear sort of where it precisely changes.
It's also nice that you can. There is something angry about this, right? But if you imagine it to be played on a cello. Something quite cello-like this to me.
Yeah. Just play. Yeah. Now you hear.
Oh, but I quite like this. I'm going to take the camera back. I'm sorry. I quite like this because now we're at the end of the demonstration. We ran out of sounds because we arrived at F. But this is also the moment where you go like, oh, I want to play with this.
Yes.
Right.
Of course I do. Yeah.
So that is I really like that. That seems like a natural.
Okay. And
we didn't even script this.
There's a lot of there's a lot of integration that you can do with that with this board.
Yes.
And. Could you? It's not clear to me that some of the sounds that are in here you could do with something like an R26.
I think the ring modulating thing you could do it straight. Probably the hard sync stuff. No, you couldn't. You couldn't
Especially
do all.
The wavetable stuff is quite unique.
You couldn't. I don't think this has the wave wrapper.
It
the harp? No.
I don't think so. Wow.
Yeah, but that is the whole thing, of course, that you want to expand what you have with the modules.
Cool.
So that's it. That is all of the functionality of the Seeds2. There were some people spreading misinformation.
Were they?
About sort of hidden secret modes, sort of like modes like a secret society that only elite knows about. This is absolutely false.
False.
I would never. No.
There's no Easter
and
eggs, nothing like that. And
Absolutely
also not if I change this button and do that, and then no. No, it's not.
No.
Nothing like that. But people can actually download the code and look for themselves.
They could do that. They could do it. Cool. So, there we are.
Yeah. How?
You're happy. We're
I'm
hoping
happy,
our viewers
yeah.
are happy.
Yeah. I'm very happy with my new little toy. Yeah.
Good.
Where do people buy this?
I think at the ginkgosynthese.com website, and it should also be in some stores, but I'm not sure which ones.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I just work here.
Yeah, I just work here. Okay, cool. Wrap it up, man.
You have to hit stop.
Oh yeah, that's
Sorry.
it.
Okay.